My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Listen, there is so much going on in the married to medicine world. Baby, the folks done told Quad, girl, get your purse. Get your purse and get on, honey. Get your purse and get on. Where you going, girl? We don't want no more of it, honey. Just get on up out of here, honey. Get on up out of here. I said, what? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. Listen, like I said, there's so much stuff going on as pertains to married to medicine. I said to heck with a doggone review. I ain't got no time for a review, honey. Let's just talk. Let's really just talk. And I'm basically going to listen. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I got two apologies to make before we get started. I know you can hear it in my voice. I'm not feeling my best, honey. It's that change of the season, and it that got me running around here, going to Christmas celebrations, honey, with my clothes half on and my chest all exposed and being cute and carrying on, and it got me. So I'm not feeling my best, but I'm here. Secondly, I scheduled this live and then I had to pull back because I was over there watching Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King, and it was going down. I said, oh, well, we just got to hold up on this. Y'all know I don't never do that. Tried to hold up because there was so much mess going on over there. All about Quad and her walk of shame with her purse. I said, you got to be kidding me. So here's the thing. I was a bit conflicted, okay? So like I said, I apologize to y'all about my voice. I know you can hear it in my voice, child, that I ain't feeling the best. You can hear that, so I apologize about that. I ain't, it's what I'm doing what I can do. And secondly, about moving the time of the live. So those of you who actually waited on me, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I don't do that to you all very often. I had to get a drink. I had to get you some elixir, honey, because there was so much going on. Get you some elixir, honey, and get on to it. So listen. Episode 6 and episode 7. Basically, I was very conflicted last week. So I didn't get a chance to really throw out my review because I was feeling some type of way, but I was just seeing how things were going. And the whole thing goes, they're going to Napa Valley, California, for Toya to do this whole thing with starting up her little wine business and all of that. And they basically start before they even leave Atlanta. Thank you, T. Trisha. Before they leave Atlanta, they're getting started with the whole, we don't really want to be bothered with Quad because naturally, Quad and Toya don't get along. So any trip involving Toya, I'm not expecting to see Quad anyway. But they sat there and I said, something ain't right with this. You got Jackie, Simone, and Toya and Heavenly sitting there. And it's this whole thing. And then they're like, yeah, let's bring her. And I'm like, something about this just don't feel right. They get there and we figure out everybody was invited except for Quad. Once they get there, Quad don't have no room. What are we doing here? This ain't even this is not Married to Medicine. This is not what we do on Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine is the production of women who are upstanding Black women with upstanding jobs that don't do this type of stuff. I mean, they've had fights in the past. They've had drinks thrown, all of these things, but they've always been at a nose up in the air type of level of things. But this form of petty is more Real Housewives of Atlanta. they're actually skating into the love and hip hop realm with some of this stuff here. So it's like, okay, thank you, Miss J. I'm gonna be fine, baby. You know how I be. Child, I got me a flu shot and all that, and you know, I done had every booster that they done created for COVID, honey. I said, y'all hit me. Pow, 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 honey. With every booster that they have come out with COVID. I got all them shots, y'all. I open up my wallet, baby. You'll be like, well, goddamn, come on, pincushion. So I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Hit it with a little elixir, and baby, child, a little rum. I don't know. Listen, my grandmother used to use rock and rye. Y'all ever had rock and rye, honey? Some rock and rye, honey. She had this little jar. She would make up this little stuff, honey. You be feeling all right. You drunk, but then you feel all right afterwards, honey. But it was brown liquor. I can't mess with brown liquor. But anyway, some elixir, I'll be just fine. Anyway, this is why I don't be doing this live, because y'all know we be going off. We be veering off. But anyway, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be all right. Y'all just hang with me. I'm going to be okay. So they're talking about showing out the room. She know already that something ain't right. Okay. Her whole existence on the show ain't been right. The fact that Sweet Tea is there and Gregory's there shows you that they don't give a shit about you on the show. Okay. Anytime they bring you, your ex-husband and his new wife, and then do their wedding on the show, something in the buttermilk ain't clean. And then you got Phaedra. Phaedra came on, basically posing as a friend to Quad. And Quad, I'm gonna have to bang you a couple times with this, because you have walked around here for so long. Everybody knows that in order to do this type of ensemble show, you got to have somebody to film with. Now, I'm one, listen, YouTube's beefing sector, y'all know what the beefing sector is. You know, I walk through the YouTube beefing sector streets as one-on-one. That's me, honey. I'm one of one. I don't walk with no team of people. I don't worry about who like me and who don't like me. I fight alone. I don't have no team of people fighting for me. I walk in and out of rooms like what? And I do what I do. I see it basically the same way as this type of ensemble cast thing. It's work. It's work. And sometimes you go and there's times when people don't like you, and you maneuver through the work where people don't like you. But just like being on this show, you can't be where nobody likes you. There's always got to be somebody that you actually do have some dealings with in order to stay in the fray of things. So there's never a person where like nobody likes them, because you got to have somebody to film with. Now, I'm not saying you got to like them. I'm not saying you got to trust them. But you got to be cordial with somebody. You must be cordial with someone. Quad's mistake is she ain't really cordial with nobody except for when they're filming, is what is seeming to be the thing. And what ended up happening is our resident snaked her way in. Phaedra and Quad was cool. Quad helps to usher Phaedra in. Phaedra's in. Phaedra already got a name. Phaedra already got a name. So here it is. We good. So I ain't got to worry about these ladies. You know, I don't really do them. We all cool, whatever. But I ain't got to worry about filming with them because I'm bringing my girl on board. Well, little did you know, Phaedra is the same Phaedra that she's always been. Phaedra is about Phaedra. Phaedra moves with purpose. Phaedra moves with a plan. She always has. and she tells the truth about nothing. Nothing. See, I saw Phaedra flip on you back at the resurrection. What's up, the ghetto view? Phaedra flipped on you back at that resurrection. See, you thought you was doing your big one. You really did. I'm sitting looking at Quad and saying, do you honestly believe that Phaedra Parks is your new Mariah? Do you think y'all gonna be shucking it up and laughing at Key in the way that you and Heavenly have laughed at Key in the past? Do you think that you gonna be Phaedra and Quan? We got it. We got it. No, they never get ready to be that, because that's not even possible for Phaedra Parks. That's not who she is as a person. Phaedra Parks is a viper. She's a viper. Always have been. Always have been. The only people that I would say on the planet that should ever believe anything coming out of Phaedra Parks' mouth is her two sons and her mother. That is it. From what I've said, and I don't know Phaedra personally. I don't know Phaedra personally. All I know of Phaedra is what I've seen in the reality TV world. Y'all know I don't really be following behind people all like that on their Twitters and stuff. But what I know of Phaedra, the only three people I think that she actually truly cares about and is genuine with is her two sons and her mother. Anybody else that believes Phaedra or takes Phaedra at face value is a fool. And the fool was you at this point, Quad, because Phaedra, I sat and I watched you. I watched you. She sat at that resurrection and you were doing your big one. You was doing the Quad. She got it. She got it. You was being dramatic and doing all the things. And y'all was making wonderful television. And it was, woo, we really tore this episode up. Boom, this is so good for the show. This is good for what I got going on. This is the shit right here. But I sat and I watched her. Phaedra turned on you right in the middle of it. When the ladies didn't bow to what you were given, and the ladies were still pissed off with you, and the ladies didn't go for it, and they was given, man, fuck you, Quad. Because that's what they gave you when you were given. Do you want to start over? Do you want to, hash it all out? And they was giving, girl, bye. Ain't nobody think about what you talking about. When the women were given that, Phaedra retreated on you, sis. She retreated on you. And then her confessional started being, well, I was expecting Quad to do some accountability and some. Have you just met Quad? Huh? How many countless times have you all, my people, who I know love me, honey, and I'll tell y'all in a minute, I think I'm one of the more spoiled YouTubers. I am. My folks, they love me. They do. And they put up with my crap, honey, and my missteps and my attitudes and some of my narcissism when I have it going on. My people love me. But how many times have you all dragged me about Quad? You're never mean to Quad. You're never mad to Quad. Quad don't never do no wrong. And y'all drag me. Drag me. I have been dragged to Jerusalem and back about Quad. Dragged. Child. I know Quad ain't getting ready to do none of that. Quad ain't never get ready to let them humble her. Humble me how? Who in the hell are you all to humble me? Why do I like Quad? Some of that we got in common. Now, do I agree with everything she does? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Some things she does, I call her out on, but y'all ignore that. When I call her out and her eyebrow raised up, I know her eyebrow be somewhere raising up like, no, he didn't just say that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I think I'm very fair with her. I do. I really do. I'm crazy about the little chick. And I've always been crazy about her. Always been. Well, I'll take that back because I wasn't crazy about her in season 1. I became crazy about her in season 2. I liked her, but her and Mariah together kind of scratched my nerves because I just never could really get with Mariah. So that kind of, once the stuff went down with her and Mariah, then I got to see Quad outside of that, and I just fell in love with her. And I'm crazy about the little chick. Does she have her flaws? Yes, she has her flaws. Yes, she has her flaws. And I'm sure if she hears me speak on her flaws, I'm no different than anybody else. It will scratch her nerves because that's who she is. She's narcissistic. She's narcissistic. She don't like for you to tell her what she's doing that's wrong. But I do call out when she's wrong. Like she's wrong with this whole thinking that she was going to continue on with this show and think you ain't got to film with these ladies and think that you could walk through this and don't be cool with these ladies. That was a flaw. That blew up in her face. That blew up in her face. It did. I hate it that it did it, but it blew up in your face. But humble her? Hell no. Hell no. Especially when I'm dealing with people who I feel like have done me wrong. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to flip over to, well, you did, well, you did this, that, and the other. But see, if you already know why I did that, get out of my face. Get out of my face. And I don't have to bow down to anybody. So I get all that. I get all that. So I thought all this was just some bullshit. We want her to bow down. We want to crack her. Want to crack her. And here's the thing. I didn't know what type of cracking that they really wanted to go on because she came in to Napa. She came in apologetic. But at the same time, she's not getting ready to give you all of it. She's not going to fall out on the floor in front of y'all. But I think that's what y'all wanted. She's still saying, wait a minute, y'all did do some stuff to me too. But I mean, I want to fix stuff with y'all, but y'all wasn't even hearing it. Y'all wasn't even hearing it. Like y'all were done. And I feel like y'all brought her there in order to embarrass her. That was reality show 101. Reality show 101. Y'all brought her there to embarrass her. Nobody can make me believe that the plan wasn't to send her back home and do it to her on camera to let her know you're not that girl. You're not that girl. You can be embarrassed and your face can be cracked, ma'am. Then to bring her down from the room after, because I got it when they were at the table. Because at the table, Heavenly, for real? What was that? See, that's what happened over at Heavenly's earlier when I was watching. Baby, when I tell you, them folks in that chat, Heavenly had over 5,000 people in her chat. It was like up to 6,500 people at one point in her chat. And the people was, when I say these YouTube people were going in, they were dragging her, they were dragging Carlos, they was dragging Heavenly. I'm sorry, Quad. The child of folks was just dragging, and I don't even know where we are. That's why I said the hell with a review. The hell with a review. Where are we at? What are we doing? What are we doing? And what is there to come? Because the truth of the matter wasn't that really the review after that? After the first 10 minutes of the show, they had the table, and then the next 15 minutes, they called Quad down to the room, and basically she's telling them again, I'm trying to fix things. I want to fix things. I want to fix my friendship. And they all stood there together and told her, girl, we've decided as a collective, we're not really worried about no friendship with you, girl. You already said that you don't have an emotional connection to any of us. And we've actually decided that we don't have an emotional connection to you. And you can actually go on home. And the person that's going to bring the message is Simone, of all people. Really, Simone? And you know, you'll be the first one crying, don't you, Simone? You'll be the first one crying. But you go ahead. You go ahead. I said, wow. And Phaedra's just sitting there. Because the whole thing where she helped to bring Phaedra in, Phaedra flipped on her, and Phaedra was sitting there. The whole trip to Napa, Phaedra literally caught a different plane so she didn't have to fly with her. She literally wanted no connection with you at all. You talking about somebody snaking somebody? But again, who was shocked with that? That's classic Phaedra. So I wasn't really shocked with that, but I was like, wow, she did this really early on in this. And I'm looking at it, and then they say at the end of the show, well, Phaedra, where's the doctor that you were dating? Oh, girl, we broke up 7 episodes in, and we ain't never met him. But here's some tea, y'all. Here's some tea. And y'all know I've been screaming from the rafters about Married to Medicine. And I even loved Married to Medicine LA ever since this show been on the air. But if I'm honest, I'm just going to throw this out there. Is there going to be a Married to Medicine? And what's it going to look like? And there was a lot of talk about, is she, isn't she, was she, wasn't she? Have you all lost your mind? She is and always has been the breakout star of Married to Medicine. Nobody can ever take that away from her. Quad Webb Lunsford was the breakout star of Married to Medicine. And I know some people are going to disagree. They're going to try to fight. But the truth is what the truth is. She was brought in as the sidekick to the woman who created the show, which is Mariah Huck. She was brought in as a sidekick. Mariah built her that way for us. Most of us didn't even realize the girl was a college graduate. She's a college graduate with a damn good job. But the way that it was, Mariah had us believing that Quad was of the caliber that Sweet Tea is. Y'all remember that? Y'all go back and watch. Season 1, we thought Quad was just like Sweet Tea. We thought she was a nothing ass. What the hell is Sweet Tea? What do Sweet Tea do? What do Sweet Tea do? After I get to the money. She over there tipping flasks full of brown liquor. That's how they painted the picture of Quad. But Quad was never that. Quad was a college graduate with a good job. With a good job. Helping Gregory build that business over there that he has. That practice that he has, she was helping him with that. But I digress. I digress. So Heavenly was actually over there going on and on, talking about Quad ain't the breakout star of the show. Heavenly, are you feeling okay? Are you feeling okay? Heavenly, do we got to bring you back? There was a time not long ago you was about to be voted off the island, sister, when you kept talking about folks' mama. They ain't like that. Then when you started up this YouTube channel, you was on your way out last season. You were on your way out the door last season. They had a whole intervention for you last season. And who came in and said, they had piled up on you the very same way, dropped the bomb on you over at Contessa's house. And who stood up for you? It was Quad, wasn't it? Wasn't it Quad? The only one that said, no, I ain't doing that. This don't feel right. Wait a minute. What are we doing here? That was Quad. Or did you forget? But you spearheaded this heavily. You turned around and took the ranks and start going at her at that table, telling her you used me and this, that, and the other. You was the one that gave her all the smoke at the table. I said, and I like Dr. Heavenly. Now, when Dr. Heavenly first came on the show, everybody been watching me. Y'all know I couldn't stand Dr. Heavenly, don't y'all? I couldn't stand her. I was like, what is wrong with this lady? She's always so messy. She always got so much going on. And then her and Quad got very close. And then I seen a different side of Heavenly. And I was like, oh, she's all right. And I just seen you do a whole flip. I still like Heavenly because I don't flip on and off like that. But I still like you, Heavenly. But I saw jealousy. I saw jealousy when you, and you have no reason to be jealous of you got it going on. Like you got it going on. You got fantastic children. You got a fantastic husband. You got a great life, great income, and all that, all the things that you need to be successful. You're respected in your field, all those things. But there's some jealousy and narcissism going on there when it comes to who's the star of the show. And I'm sorry to have to be able to tell you, you can never be that girl on Married to Medicine. You can't be. You can't be. You can be in addition to, but you can't be that girl because Quad, Webb, Lunsford, and she was Lunsford at the time, was that girl. She was the breakout star. She will always be the breakout star of Married to Medicine. It'll never wash away. Nobody will ever forget it. Whenever the show comes up, Miss Quad, she got it. That's going to come up right behind it. Nobody's going to ever forget it. And then they'll go and they'll say, and remember, Heavenly? Oh, Heavenly was such a mess. You'll always be the in addition to, but you'll never wipe what she is away. Like you're saying, I'm the one that brought her back. I keep bringing her back. I keep saving her. You can't save Quad. You save Quad. How? How, Heavenly? How is you saving Quad? How are you keeping Quad on the show? So I'm just getting kind of confused with that. And you had a lot of smoke for Carlos. I get it, because Carlos is a fan. Carlos is a fan. And he was bringing too much truth. And you were seeing it. After that stuff aired, it didn't feel good. I bet it probably felt better beforehand. But once it aired, and then the people see, that court of public opinion is different. Sometimes you do videos and you just never know. I've been doing this long enough to know. Sometimes you can feel so strong in your conviction to what it is you're getting ready to say. You push that live button and you say what you got to say and you stand 10 toes down, and that's what you better do. You better be sure of what it is you're saying, stand 10 toes down in it, and that's it. Don't wait on the public, because the public, I don't know what the hell y'all gonna say. There have been plenty of times when I know in my core I'm right about what I'm saying, and y'all turn around and be like, "No, James, you wrong." And if I were to bow to that, I'd be nuts in the goddamn store. I'd be crazy. You have to be strong in your conviction because you just never know. Tuesdays and Thursdays are two completely different days down here on social media. It could be the same situation. Same situation. On Tuesday, the people feel one way. On Thursday, they feel another way. You better know how you feel, and that's where you stand as a content creator, period. But I'm looking at Heavenly, I'm like, this is all over the place. That's why I had to tell y'all, hold on. I'll come back to y'all in a minute. And I had to be late coming on to this live because it was just going down over there. It was going down, and I was watching Heavenly drown in her own mess that she had over there. She was literally drowning in her own mess. It's like she does those lives every week, and the people are applauding her and they love her because, again, she's on the show. So, of course, she'll get much more traction than we get over here because she's in the background and Heavenly runs her mouth. So Heavenly gonna tell you shit she ain't got no business telling you. She gonna touch on things that we ain't seen and all. It's very entertaining. But tonight, she got that dose of when the public don't like everything you saying, and she was drowning in it. And I know she had to be reading them comments because she was like, and she was giving Carlos the blues over there. And Carlos wasn't agreeing with everything she said. And she was taking little shots at Carlos, which made him, because Carlos is a queen. Carlos like Heavenly, but Carlos ain't gonna let you shoot at him but so much. He took some shots back. I said, this shit is a mess over here. Get out of there, honey. I said, shit. I finished off a whole glass of elixir, honey, over there, messing with them. I had to re-pour when I came over here messing with you all. It was too much. And the people, and of course, there were some people that were saying, the hell with Quad, goodbye, Quad. And there were some folks that were saying, no, girl, you wrong. You wrong. You said this, you said that. You lied. You this, that. I mean, they was tagging her. I was like, oh my God. And to the tune of 6,500 people in the chat. That's rough. That's rough. That's rough. It was, it was something. And then she was just saying stuff that was just so crazy to me. Like when she said, do you think that Dr. Jackie would lie? I like Dr. Jackie, but butter melts in Dr. Jackie's mouth too. And your perception is your truth. Some things Dr. Jackie sees different than other people. I am sick. That's what you say. I'm just getting here. Are you feeling okay? No, I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through. I had to come talk. But yeah, love Dr. Jackie dearly. But we know from the door, me and Dr. Jackie is different because if me and Dr. Jackie was the same, Curtis wouldn't exist. Get into that. So we know me and Dr. Jackie are different. No shade to Dr. Jackie. But, I don't play that kind of stuff. I don't play that. Thank you, Lord, for thunder. So listen here. So here's the thing. When we talk about the show and how it's getting ready to go down. Okay? So Bravo, Andy, and the crew ain't stupid. You see, when they wrapped this up, we saw less than halfway through the show, they done sent Quad on home. That's it for Quad. They told her, girl, get your purse, get the hell on up out of here. Y'all know anything about Quad's fan base? Because you're getting ready to find out. You're getting ready to find out. Now we're going to actually push it in real reality is getting ready to happen. Now we're going to push and see who's who. Over there, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly Kynes, my sister, you threw out some numbers and you get ready to be taken to task. You said that as far as the ranking that the execs told you all, that Quad is number 5 in the rankings. I think that's a lie. I think that's a lie. And I'd be willing to bet some of my money that it's a lie. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Because now she not going to be here. But you see, they threw it out there real fast in those previews. She'll be back for the finale. You know why they did that. If she wasn't shit and they weren't worried about her or her engagement, they'd have just said, that's it. They'd have sent her home. That'd have been the end of it. But they made sure to let us know that she's coming back so that the Quad fans don't disengage. Because, see, they thinking it's going to be like it was with Mariah. But remember, Mariah wasn't the breakout star. Everything that was said about Mariah was what it was. The show continued on without Mariah because she wasn't really needed. She created it. That's her kudos right there. But as far as the show itself was able to move on without Mariah because Mariah was not the star of the show. Mariah's storyline was not that deep. It was not that interesting. Once we got past the fight with her and Toya, that was it. That was it. Once you got Mariah and Quad weren't friends anymore, and they start fighting, and then when they finally said, okay, I'm done with you, bitch, I ain't fighting with you no more. What, no more need for Mariah. And what they do? They went and got Lisa. And Quad start fighting with Lisa. Remember? But Mariah's gone, and only the diehards were like, oh, we need Mariah back. We need Mariah back. But we pulling this here with Quad gone. We're going to see what's going to happen. It's inevitable now. She gone. She's gone. She'll be back for the finale episode. And I'm sure she'll be at, I'm more than sure, she'll be at the reunion. But what's going to happen after that? Guess we got to wait till the reunion and find out, huh? And we're going to have to wait and see what these episodes and the numbers is going to be up until that finale episode. It's going to be very telling. So I'm going to give it 2 weeks, Dr. Heavenly, and I'm going to be watching you like I always watch you. And I want to see if you still be talking this shit you was talking tonight about how the show going to keep going. And then I want to see, is the numbers going to sustain, or are they going to grow, or are they going to drop? Or is the engagement going to stay the same now that y'all done knocked Quad off of the, because you say she number 5 in popularity. She number 5, so that should be no problem. It should be just like with Contessa. Ain't nobody miss Contessa. This should be the exact same thing. And y'all got Phaedra and all that good shit. So we gonna watch it the next weeks and see, does the engagement stay the same? I'm pretty much willing to bet money that it ain't. Pretty much willing. And here's the thing. You know, I do reviews on the rest of the show. I told y'all I was conflicted because of all the stuff that was going on last week. Here are my notes. You know, I sit and I take notes. These are my notes from episode 6. You understand? I take notes. I'll be playing. I take notes. Here are my notes from episode 7. Need I say more? Once the situation with Quad happened and they said go on home, and it's not that nothing else is important that goes on in the show, but really, that episode itself. The only other thing that was even worth talking about was Madam Vice President Kamala Harris speaking with Jackie. Now, that definitely deserves a mention, but I spoke about that 2 episodes ago. Jackie is really pushing for some initiative about our women, our Black women, and how the morality of them and maternity is the effects of it, and we're losing women, and we should not be in 2023. And Kamala has gotten behind that, and she's put some things in place to help our women with postpartum and all of these things, and there are numbers and things put in place so that you can actually get some help. And like Kamala said, she said it's really to let the mommies know that they're not alone in this. They're not alone, and it's not, postpartum is nothing for you to be embarrassed about or anything like that. If you feel as though you're suffering some effects of postpartum, reach out, because there are places for you to reach out to, and you can talk to folks, and you can go and see folks to get it done. It's nothing to be embarrassed about at all. It's actually very normal. It's very normal, and it can be worked through. Now, that was very important. But that's it. That's it. You see, I had no other notes. Because that little bit of them in Napa and the guys doing whatever they was doing, is that enough to really hold us? Is that enough to really hold us? I don't know. I think these next couple of weeks are going to be very, very telling. And I'm going to be watching. And I'm going to be watching my good friend, Dr. Heavenly, to see what she's saying. You know, to see what she's saying. But Dr. Heavenly, I don't know. I was like, this, I don't know. It was so strange. And she was so angry, like she was angry. You know, she was angry, and she's feeling a lot like Quad. You know, she feels like Quad did her wrong and nobody is seeing it, just like Quad feels like you all did her wrong and nobody's seeing it. Yes, Eugene is messy as hell. Eugene's messy, but Eugene is Toya's best friend. Eugene is Toya's best girlfriend. So it is what it is. We expect that from Eugene. Dr. G, I am over you. I'm so over you. And the fact that you actually felt the need to sit up and really revel in the fact that Quad was ousted by the women. Really, Dr. G, very disappointed. Very disappointed. I don't give a goddamn what happened or how it happened. You all were married at one point. At one point, you loved that woman. Do you hate her now? Do you hate her really? Like, you really feel like that about her? I don't know. And then just other little stuff like with Dr. Heavenly, I'm like, wow, that just don't even look good. Like, as soon as Quad was done and gone, you start apologizing to Sweet Tea, and no, Dr. Heavenly ain't that. You didn't do yourself any favors. And I live for the fact that how Heavenly is so real and so upfront, but you didn't do yourself any favors. And that's some of what they were calling her on. Like what she said when it aired, she called Quad, and she tweeted Quad to tell her that she felt so bad for her. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You felt bad. But then when that chat was eating you up, you swallowed that up and you went into defense, you know? There was so many times in that live that Heavenly did, I couldn't tell, do you hate Quad or do you love Quad? Or are you over it or you're not over it? I don't know if you know how that you're supposed to feel. It's very hard. It's very hard. And yes, she has her faults. Yes, she has her faults. Do I think it takes a special person to be friends with Quad? Absolutely. Absolutely. But damn, I don't know. You came across kind of two-sided with that. I kind of two-sided. The whole child. It's crazy. Me personally, I don't know how Quad do it. I wouldn't speak to none of y'all. I'd be done with each and every one of y'all. Each and every one of you all. And I would be dragging you all every step. Y'all already know how I get down. Baby, I would be dragging y'all every step of the way, honey, until y'all's knees bleed, honey. I would be tearing y'all up out here on these internet streets. Yes, I would, honey. I would be cleaning up, honey. Yes, I would. I'd be tearing y'all up, honey. Tearing y'all up the same way y'all think y'all tearing her up. I would be tearing y'all asses up. But again, so I done said all of that. Quad, you still, some of it you got to eat, sis. You got to eat it, because why you felt like you could be at odds with all the women in the cast, crazy as hell. How could you? How can you be at odds with everybody? You got to have somebody to film with. So I don't know if being that girl really got to your head. You know, it's okay to be here for your paycheck. It's okay to be here for your paycheck, period. But it ain't okay to say it. It ain't okay to say it. At no point should they feel like you're only here for your paycheck. That's where you made your mistake. And that's how you got yourself into this position where they literally, like, they blindsided you like this. And then Judas, which is Phaedra, Judas, you know, Phaedra did you. Phaedra did you. But when I say I wouldn't mess with none of the ladies of Married to Medicine ever again, because it's one thing about the show and the popularity of the show, but they played with Quad's money. You walked her off the show. You walked a check out of her door. And for that, no, I would not. No, I would not. Popularity on the show, who gives a shit? But money out of my purse, no, we got a problem. And I would be, I would make my money, but I would make my money a different way, because I would be dragging you hoes, honey. Yes, I would. And she got the backing to do it, honey. I would be, is that petty of me? Probably. But I'd get my broom out and I would be dragging y'all, honey. I'd be clean. Anyway, listen. I told you I was pushing through. I told you I had a lot to say. I don't even know where to go with this. So much angst. I hope the show can survive. I hate to think that Quad being gone from the show would destroy the whole show, but would I be surprised if the viewership drops? No, I wouldn't. You all got Quad. What's the purpose of Dr. G and Sweet Tea? Is there any who they gonna get into it with? What they doing? Sweet Tea don't really do nothing. Jackie and Simone are cool now, so they not fussing. Now Toya, was she going to be the breakout star? She gonna be the person of interest? Toya? I don't know. Who's going to bring the level? Because, and the thing is, you know, we see Quad here and there, but it's what she gives. She gives good TV. She gives a level of foolishness that only she could bring. Her and Heavenly. Heavenly gives a level of foolishness and camp that the show actually needs to be not boring. What we going to go back into Heavenly Dragon them? And then they be fighting with her? I was there, sweet 7777. I was there at Dr. Heavenly's. I was there, baby. That's why I had to hold my life, because there was so much going on over there. I said, oh my God, honey, it was a mess. Y'all go over there and give Dr. Heavenly some views, honey. Go and watch it. It was so very interesting. I watch her every week. And you know, I'm not coming for well, yes, I am a little bit. But I like Dr. Heavenly. It is what it is. It is what it is, child. Your shit was raggedy tonight, Dr. Heavenly. It was raggedy as a bowl of yucca, God damn it. It was raggedy, and it was so raggedy I couldn't even go live. I had to wait. It was raggedy. Good entertainment. But you made a lot of claims, and I want to see if you're right. We're going to take you to task, Heavenly. We'll take you to heaven. Take you to task. I don't know Dr. Alicia. I don't know that I'm interested to see what Dr. Alicia got going on. Right, Kay. But I don't know. I don't know. It's, you know, I don't know. I never actually thought about the show with Quad not on there. But we get ready to see. In the next couple of weeks, she's not going to be there. And she'll be back for the finale. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see how the episodes play out when she ain't there, and we know she's not going to be there. Because that'd be one thing. Sometimes she don't even be on episodes, but you don't know whether she's going to be on the episode. We know she's not going to be on the episode. So let's see how that play out. Let's see how the people like it. Let's see what the Quad fans do. Are they important? Is there enough Quad fans to make a stink? Let's see. I'm a fan of Quad, but I'm a fan of the show. So I ain't going nowhere. But there's a whole lot of Quad fans that let's see if they watch. I'm going on out of here and try to get myself together. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all for real, honey. I know some folks not going to be happy with me, but that's okay. I can take it. I will talk with you all later. Y'all go see Dr. Heavenly's live. It just ended not too long ago. The last one she did. Go see Dr. Heavenly's live. Trust me. You will definitely enjoy yourself. You're going to be like this, hey, like I was. What? Reading them comments and that. Ooh, that live, child. My goodness. Good night, you all. I'll see y'all soon. Thanks, Darren.